A 32-year-old woman, influenced by toxic chicken soup philosophy and encouraged by her bestie, decided to leave her husband, who earned 15,000 yuan a month, and fly away. She thought she would meet a domineering CEO who would fall in love with her. However, just after she divorced, her ex-husband's family underwent a relocation. And not only did he receive 2 million yuan in compensation, but he also got 5 properties as compensation. Now the woman is crying and asking for a remarriage.
我这个人的性格也很好强，觉得我可以跟你一起啊，两个人是算什么？可以把这个家搞起来。
The woman had fallen in love with her ex-husband at first sight, and soon after marriage, they had a son. During her confinement period, the woman was drawn to her bestie's social media posts. She saw her bestie's colorful life, traveling the world with her rich husband. People are most afraid of comparison. Comparing her bestie's luxurious life with her own, where she worried about daily expenses, made her resent her husband's monthly salary of only 15,000 yuan more and more. The woman was a housewife and didn't work outside. She confided in her bestie, complaining that 15,000 yuan wasn't enough for her monthly expenses. She didn't want to live such a humdrum life anymore. She also wanted poetry and distance, a luxury car, and a mansion. Seeing this, her bestie advised her to divorce while she was still young. With her stunning beauty, a domineering CEO would soon fall in love with her. After hearing her bestie's words, the woman thought it made sense, and after months of contemplation, the little fairy decided to divorce, regardless of her husband's pleading. She left custody of their child with her ex-husband, only asking for a small amount of living expenses to pursue her dreams. Half a year later, while the woman was still struggling to find a rich man, her ex-husband's life was getting better and better. He was promoted and became a boss, now dining out with their son every day, enjoying gourmet food. Without the burden of his wife, he was saving more and more money every month. He couldn't even spend it all. At that time, the woman's home underwent a relocation, and she went back to her ex-husband to take the child. She went to her parents to claim her share of the relocation compensation, eventually receiving 500,000 yuan. Just when she was about to use this money to look for an outstanding man in high-end places, she suddenly found out that her ex-husband's family also had a relocation and received 2 million yuan, along with 5 properties as compensation. She immediately called her bestie, hoping she could help figure out how to get half of her ex-husband's assets. To her surprise, her bestie kicked her out, as her bestie's husband was now her ex-husband's main business partner. After being kicked out, the woman cried to a mediator, asking him to help her get justice. When she returned home with the mediator, she suddenly discovered that the son she had taken back was about to jump off a building. Fortunately, it was discovered in time, and a tragedy was averted. She recalled how much she had cared for her son, so the child must be blaming his ex-husband. She cried to the mediator, saying her ex-husband was not a good man and had done many bad things.
这么多年一直是含辛茹苦的带着他，然后呢，就是生活中的人所有的东西都是我一个人承担。这么多年带着小孩，不管什么事情都是我来扛过来的。但是有一句话是这么说的啊，毕竟他也需要父亲。然后跟我朋友打了电话呢，然后跟我父母也打了电话，跟他也打了电话。但是我想扛过来，一起跟这孩子一起来沟通一下嘛。他迟迟到现在都没见面。
Upon hearing this, the mediator was also furious. How could a man be so bad? He immediately took the woman to her ex-husband's house to ask for an explanation. On the way, the woman said she wanted the child to have a father, so she planned to remarry her ex-husband. She asked the mediator not to handle the child's issue yet, but to mediate the remarriage first. That day, her ex-husband wasn't home as he lived in the city, and only his former parents-in-law were there. It was here that the mediator got a different perspective.
你不要你站下去！你没家伙啦！你不好牙是为你气死的啦！
真的是干啥？你真的是冤枉人的
你不要脸！你这个不治那个我叫你干么子？你先
这个是儿子看的。
那现在你儿子是又结婚了是吧？
结婚吧，我们不谈那地方忙不讨灯啊。
又娶了媳妇儿，然后这边生了孩子。
我有孩子，我这也知道。
又生了。
你找过来的也知个道。
我是说他的意思就是说希望他去看一下这个。
别人先离，要离婚就先后分，你先老子不离去，再打单身。
The mother-in-law angrily accused the woman, saying, "It was you who cried and demanded a divorce back then. Now that your son has become successful and has a new family, you come back crying and asking for reconciliation." During the heated exchange between the mother-in-law and the woman, the mediator called the ex-husband. Over the phone, the ex-husband said that the matter couldn't be settled over the phone and suggested meeting with the mediator in person. He repeatedly asked not to bring his ex-wife, as he now had a new family and didn't want this woman to disrupt their family harmony. However, when the ex-husband arrived at the agreed location, he found that the mediator had brought his ex-wife with her. As soon as the ex-wife saw her ex-husband, she grabbed the car door and wouldn't let him leave. She then began to cry and complain about her grievances, and logically, she demanded to reconcile. When she was rejected, the ex-wife became agitated, angrily accusing her ex-husband of being unreasonable and cold-hearted. The ex-husband told the mediator that this wasn't the first time this had happened. Ever since his promotion and salary increase, his ex-wife had been bothering him every few days, and it had severely impacted his life. Upon hearing this, the ex-wife angrily said that if they didn't reconcile, she would make their child sever ties with him, and he would never see the child again. After hearing this, the mediator felt something wasn't right. The ex-husband then asked the mediator to leave the ex-wife and meet with him alone.
不让我探视，知道吧？
是他不让你探视啊？他说的是你从来不去看哎。
唉，别看我这节目上面好多伤，孩子就是说有时候不听话啊。
他会打。哎，他这个人的性格是很暴躁那种。
是的。
那
他自己跳楼都跳得好多次跳，是的，
情绪很容易极端。
太极端了。
但是我觉得你对他应该还是有感情的。
The mediator was somewhat skeptical about the ex-husband's words. However, when she visited the ex-wife's home, she found the ex-wife angrily yelling at her own mother.
你开口就是私家，你
给我问阿姨当然要阿姨。
我就给你全部在旁边，我是做人的娘，给我压
我嘛喊你过，我喊你走，我你你是发生这个
你有电影，你活该喊娘滚！
我是喊你走，
我给你是发生这个你在等着我是做人娘，你打电话我，
我的事情我干了，我的事情不需要你过，你要什么资格过我？
It turned out that when the mother found out the woman was trying to reconcile with her ex-husband, she came to persuade her. The mother said, "Since you were the one who cried and asked for a divorce, don't come back looking for a second chance. Besides, the other party already has a new family." These 3 sentences infuriated the woman. She felt that her mother was turning against her. She then lashed out at her. In the final mediation session, unexpectedly, the woman started arguing with the mediator again, and in the end, the matter ended without resolution.
他跟你讲了，他打人呢就没听证，晓得呗？
你对孩子管教会非常严格。
没有。
你问他打不打了？
你明天可以问孩子，我自己带了这么多11岁的孩子，你说打过没？肯定是打过的。我会尽量的去尽我的能力，因为他毕竟是我身上的一口肉，我就会好好的去跟他。
你讲了，你可以跟他沟通，就是讲。
如果要你妈带，刚刚看他妈那样子，我是坚决不同意。
那这个我觉得他明白两边到底是为了崽还是为了财产。
我跟你说了，
如果是为了崽，第一种方案是最好的，两个人共同抚养。
小孩子的抚养权我可以给他，
你这个方案
可以带走，
就违背了你的。
我跟你说了。
In the end, the two could not come up with the best solution, and the mediator felt that she had been deceived by the woman. Angrily, the mediator decided to stop interfering, and the matter ended with no resolution. However, it seems that the woman's desire to reconcile with her ex-husband will never be realized.
After reading this story, I believe many people will have different opinions. She chose to divorce in pursuit of a better life and wealth. There is no right or wrong in that decision. Who doesn't want to live a better life? However, the problem lies in the fact that in her pursuit of self-fulfillment, she neglected the responsibilities and commitments that should come with marriage. When she looked at her future life through idealistic lenses, she didn't realize that the partner who once supported her and fought alongside her was her most precious asset. She may have never thought that the so-called freedom after leaving her ex-husband brought her emotional emptiness and estrangement from her family. On the other hand, her ex-husband, who was once seen as a regular man, stable in income and living a plain life, showed his strength after letting go. After losing his wife, he regained his career and now has a new family and new responsibilities. Perhaps it's this resilience and sense of responsibility that allowed him to emerge from his predicament. The ex-wife's request for reconciliation may stem from dissatisfaction with her current life, but she didn't realize that the choice she made to leave was irreversible. The rift between them may have been seeded the moment she made that decision. This is not just a story about marriage and wealth. It more importantly reflects how in today's society, as people chase their dreams and wealth, they often overlook the responsibilities of family and the bonds of kinship. In this fast-changing world, we are all searching for our place. But when we pursue our ideals and goals, do we neglect the most important people and things around us? The woman's choice seems to be about pursuing personal freedom. But in the end, she realized that happiness was never far away. The family she gave up was the one that truly supported her. What do you think of the woman's actions? Do you think her ex-husband made the right choice by rejecting reconciliation? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss this issue together. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support is very important to us, and we will continue to provide you with better content. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.